The following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The MLO Bros' opinions do not reflect the views of their employer, guests, sponsors, families, neighbors, or pets. If you do not like what they are saying and don't agree with their views or opinions, don't watch the show. We can promise we do not care. Welcome to the worst show on the internet.
Live, so we're live, so don't say anything weird. We have a weird camera angle today, by the way.
Our cameras, we're having camera issues, but they gave them all different kinds of milk, and then they're spinning around on this thing so that when you can tell which one's vomiting because there's like one color going this way, one color.
So nasty.
That's so funny.
So we are live with Mayor Tim, MLO Bros Talk Back. How are you, Mayor Tim?
Doing good, thank you.
We haven't caused too much problem lately.
No, this might be a setup. We'll find out.
We're so in love with anything weird. Anything.
Sure,
We're live, so don't do anything. So don't say anything weird. Yeah, Tiffany, that's how we start these podcasts on. So what's new in the village, boss? Oh, by the way, wait. First off, this is Mayor Tim Sikafuse of Poland Village. He is also our landlord. He lets us rent here.
He came in today and he's like, "Why are there dents on my walls?" And I was like, "I don't know. Are there dents on your walls? I don't know why they're there."
I mean, you do have to figure. O'Keel, Isaac, and I work here, so who knows
Yeah,
what goes
I
on
can't believe this
here.
hasn't burned down.
Do you ever hear us? Like when we are here?
Mostly you, because you're the loudest.
Yeah. Do you ever hear the yelling and screaming sometimes?
Once in a while.
Yeah, that would be true.
O'Keel's quiet.
Oh, he doesn't say a word.
Yeah,
I slammed the door.
Do you remember when we first moved in here and you and O'Keel were
Moved the
messing around
couch?
with the Bluetooth and you found his speakers?
Yeah, and
That still happens once in a blue moon. And you're not even here. I always look and like it's just like for
and the best part was O'Keel was listening to like he said he was listening to like something like super like black
Rap?
culture. No,
Yeah.
but learning about how the black man has been oppressed.
it
And
was like a talk show.
and he's like, why can't I hear it? And then he's like, oh my God, Isaac. And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm hooked up to Mayor Tim's computer right now. He's like, because he's like,
yes,
he's
that's-
like,
what is-
he's like,
and I looked at like my volume was on 0, but it's still like blasting. So
O'Keel's like,
it's just
O'Keel's like, I can hear it upstairs. I'm like, oh my God, it's a Mayor Tim's. He's like, what do we do? I'm like, we take advantage of this. Turn that shit up.
That's what they did.
They just blast it.
That's why we're preparing our.
It's
eviction
okay. It
notice
could have
right
been.
now.
It could have been. If O'Keel would have let me do what I wanted to do, it would have been way worse.
Yeah, we are terrible tenants.
Way
Think about it. So we
worse.
did that.
Thank God for O'Keel.
We've also did you take a bed mattress and put it in the thing outside and it
Yeah,
wasn't
we had
broken
that
up?
up.
Mayor
It
Tim
didn't
said I could put anything in the dumpster, so I took an
fit, but it
old
didn't
mattress.
fit.
When you didn't put it in, it was like sticking straight out like 5 feet in the
Yeah.
air.
So then I came out here and like smashed it up and threw it in there.
Yeah, you guys are. I don't know.
We've been pretty good. We only pissed off the neighbors a couple times over here. They've been mad at
Still
us.
pay your rent
Well,
to it. That's the.
that's
most
because it comes from
Yeah.
nationwide. We don't pay that.
Yeah.
You'd never get paid. You would
We had neighbors. No neighbors were mad at us.
Oh, they were mad at us about
The mask thing.
But they're over.
They
it,
were
though.
mad at you. They're never mad at me.
No, it was me. Really, that's normally the way that works. So, how's everything?
This camera angle is so weird today.
I
I kind of like it. I don't know if I like it or hate it.
It's not much different.
I think it's good because it's like all of us.
It's all of us
sitting
in one
together
thing
and, like,
talking.
It's like the person sitting at the table over there. You know, it's like the viewer sitting at the
Yeah.
table.
Welcome to the table. Have some Russian soft drink.
Have some bread juice.
Tiffany said, "My cousin is a Poland police officer."
There you go.
Is
Township or village?
Tiffany's your only person online? Looks like.
There's 18 people, 20 people. Everybody, if you're watching this, like it. Tell us who you are. Put us in the comments. Do you have a question for Mayor Tim? Would you like to harass him about his post? Maybe you want to have insurance questions. He's also you're also a sponsor of our show too, which is fantastic. He's our main sponsor.
Yeah,
He is.
He is
Valley
our main
Insurance.
sponsor.
I've been here since the beginning.
He
So
has.
you
He's
guys-
never
Since we first started.
never wavering in
Yeah.
his sponsorship.
Yeah.
We also have new sponsors: IFC Gym in Struthers, Ohio.
And
Dylan Schmidt.
Who else is coming? I think Troy Polis is coming next month.
Is he going to be a sponsor?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Troy
he's May, June, July,
Well, that's amazing.
and
Troy-
and November, December.
So we used to give Troy a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah.
He's growing on me as far as the
Yeah.
school is really pulled it together.
Well, the
Yeah,
school
they
had
have.
their
Right?
social media is bomb now.
They really pulled
Yeah.
it together.
We're still
And-
working on the village, though.
Well, let's give them credit though. They're streaming meetings.
They are streaming
You
meetings.
guys, we've had our social media's been good.
It's posted.
Even
It's starting to come.
before Zembauer came, Latanzio did a good job, but you guys would never give him any credit. So I'll give him
It's
credit.
good.
No,
I'll give
Latanzio's
him credit.
You guys are
Latanzio's
posting agendas. It's good. We know in the meetings. See, it's good. It just takes a little bit of working.
I'm so proud of how you guys handled the dog park. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, that was well done.
'Cause you
that was
could
on
have-
Anthony again.
You could have like a bunch of
Well,
grumpy old people.
explain the dog park for people
So
who don't know.
dog park, they took, for those that maybe don't live in Poland or don't know what happened with the dog park, it was an old baseball field it's Fireman's Field in the village, and they took it and they just put poop bags and a trash can and said, okay, this is a dog park along
baseball field.
with the baseball
Well,
field.
that's not entirely true.
No?
Well, it is, but they said, we're going to try this.
Yeah.
And it's only going to work if you guys help
Yeah.
us. And some people were responsible, and other people just let their dogs
Yeah.
go to the field and didn't care. So the
And just
baseball
poop
people
everywhere.
got pissed.
Yeah.
We were trying to do a good thing, but they couldn't code.
It didn't matter though if you went out there and cleaned up poop every single day. There were still
Yeah.
people complaining,
It
like,
wasn't
"Oh, you're peeing
ideal.
on the field. Oh, do you roll around in your own yard if you have a dog?" Like,
100%.
But- then I thought the village. I was like, "Crap, this is terrible," because now the village council is going to take this. They're going to shut it down. They're going to say, "You guys didn't want this, so now we're not doing it, and we're just going to do something else." But instead, they built a park right next to it to separate the dog park. They made a separate dog park, and they have the baseball
you
field
brought-
too.
Marshall there?
Yeah.
Have you brought your dogs there?
No. We just keep them in our yard. I go to the woods.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You go poop all over the trails
But-
in the woods.
Yeah, is that your dogs pooping all over the trails?
Yeah,
in the
just
woods?
them. No dogs but mine.
So frustrating.
They're the
So
only ones that poop
frustrating.
in the whole woods.
But
you know what?
actually did the right thing and have a separate park.
Yeah,
And they built a
it's-
separate
I'm gonna
park.
go check it out. I'm see.
And I'm so happy. I thought for sure they were going to be like just handle it like a bunch of grumpy old people. But
That
they did
was all
great.
Anthony. 100%.
Anthony.
That's the young blood on the village
Yes,
councilman.
it is.
So I can
Need young people.
tag him, Luke. So
He's in the township. The
the
William Aaron.
the police officer.
He's new
That's
parent.
cool.
Awesome. Thank you for his service. Dude, I respect this police officer so much.
Yeah,
All of
absolutely.
them.
They make our
Village, township, it don't
They
matter.
make
Do a
pulling
good
awesome.
job. Do a good job.
So so the what was I gonna say? I've been walking. The bluebells are out. Yeah,
Are
I've been
they?
hiking now.
Are
They're
they?
not out yet because it's so cold.
No,
I mean,
they were
they're not at their peak.
Oh, really?
It
They
takes
get
warm
more?
weather. So
Oh.
once it gets above 50, 60 degrees next week,
In the
hopefully,
next couple weeks.
Really?
yeah, they'll really be.
So
Yeah,
I've
'cause
been.
they kind of ballooned and then they died.
So
Yeah.
Maggie and I went to Hocking Hills
yeah.
and we walked all like 7 miles a day. I was like, this is actually very enjoyable.
Yes.
So now I've been doing it. I'm
Good.
a week and a half.
Your arms look thinner.
I've been exercising.
That's
I've,
good.
I've walked like freaking 5 miles a day for the last 2 weeks.
That's good. That's good. Keep doing it.
And the freaking woods is nice.
It's so nice. The woods are awesome.
And I have a little trail camera, and I go through the trail. I go through like all the so you don't get lost because you get lost in the,
Oh
in
yeah,
the Poland woods.
absolutely. Shelby and I've gotten very lost.
So I followed the trail, man, and 5 miles. A day. It's been good.
Awesome.
Um.
Awesome.
So and then we'd like to also thank the village for letting us use their electricity during our.
Event
June 10th
in
of that.
June.
Hey,
That
we
was
try
very
to help.
nice too.
We're here to help.
So we have that, and we celebrate Poland.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be sweet.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for the events this summer.
What else? What else is going on in the village?
We're getting a ton of money.
How do you get money?
Well, we last year we decided to do a strategic plan for the village, and we
I remember
we
that.
had 3 people that we interviewed, and we chose Envision out of Cleveland,
Okay.
and they were by far the best. Everyone on council thought they were the best, so we chose them. It was $40,000, and people, what? That's stupid. That's a waste of
I
money.
remember that, too.
$40,000 is ridiculous. Well, because of that, very first thing we did, we applied for a grant that's going to come where the woods comes out into the manor at one point, and then
The
there's
woods
diff-
come out into the manor.
Yeah, there's different ways to go into the woods.
Yeah.
There's Indian Trail, there's
Across
Poland Manor,
across the bridge.
and there's College Street. Those are the 3 entrances.
College Street,
Indian Trail,
Indian Trail, which I don't go in.
and Poland Manor.
That's by behind the church, the circle.
Yes.
That's where I go
Yep.
in. There's nowhere really to park. So I just park on the side. of the road.
Correct.
Okay.
So
right.
from there, we did a grant for a walking path. So when you come out of the manor, you would walk a couple houses till you go across the bridge behind the schools. You know,
Oh,
where
sweet.
Bear Mitchell is.
Yeah.
So it's going to hook up there and then go along the the fence of the football field,
Yeah.
basically across the practice field, across the village hall, connect to the library.
Yeah.
So we
I won't
there's
have.
a huge
I'll
map.
be able to just drive
and
my
it's
car
going
to
to
the
be like
library.
10 feet wide.
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
So it's going to be big. So that was our very first thing we did with Envision.
When's
And,
that happening?
We got confirmation of that in March. So
Okay.
probably either fall or spring we're going to build it.
Sweet.
So that was like a $200,000 grant. We got $150,000. We have to put 20% match.
Okay.
Then the bridge that goes right behind the manor there that they're going to cross when you're coming from the manor
Right.
and cross that bridge over Yellow Creek up to the school.
Yes.
That was built in 1970 roughly.
That's the what do they call? They
call
call
it
it
graffiti bridge.
graffiti bridge. We've heard of that.
And it's near ready to fall into the water.
Okay.
And below it, there are two 24-inch sanitary lines that if that bridge goes down, that's going to be blown right into the creek. So when Russ was still around,
Yeah.
our police chief, we went down and talked with engineers and everyone else, and they said, hey, this is a big problem. We need to fix this. So the commissioners got $44 million or some crazy amount of ARPA money. So Anthony Trafficani is
Our boy.
He's from Poland.
He's been on our podcast.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a year older than me. We went to school
He
together.
wants to come on our podcast again. Actually.
And I said, hey, Anthony, could you help us out? And this sort of helps you guys too. So long story short, they're going to replace the whole bridge and $650,000. They gave us a check for it.
Wow.
It's not just the bridge, but it's the stuff underneath. But the
What do
whole
they
project
do with the
together.
pipes and stuff underneath?
They're
it,
going to temporarily move them and then put the bridge back and
And
hook
where's
them up
this
again.
at?
Right when if you come from the manor or you're at Baird Mitchell Field and you go down over the hill to the creek,
For somebody who didn't live in
the main
doesn't know.
field in town. Right
It's where the kids play flag football.
Okay.
The boys play
So
flag
if
football.
you keep going past that field over the hill, it goes down. There's a little walking path down the hill, crosses Yellow Creek, and then
Yes.
you're in the manor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they're
Got it.
fixing that. And then prior to the grant we'd applied for the walking trail behind the school, we had
Yeah.
done another one on Sheridan Road that's going to go from Island Drive to
over,
Johnson,
over
Place,
your way.
sort of
Yeah.
by where Abby
Yeah.
lives and all that stuff right
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
Sheridan. We got that too. That's another 180,000.
Holy crap.
We got, from
Does
the-
that company you paid $40,000 help you get these grants?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. So
So you pay 40 and you're
and we've
getting
got
all
like
this
a
money.
million.
Yeah, right. So it's
already.
good payoff.
And that's
Yeah.
early. And that's
Wow.
a year into it.
That's
Okay.
actually a really good.
But
business.
we've also applied for other grants for crosswalks because we're getting all new signals in the village starting next year.
Right.
LED, state of the art. They're going to be on poles, so they won't be the wires. They'll be like a mass pole with the lights hanging down like normal cities have.
Yeah.
And that's like a $1.4 million project. We got that. So we're trying to get crosswalks when we put those in. Like,
Dude,
on Wick Avenue where YSU is,
Yeah.
those stamped concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get those.
the crosswalks are probably needed because
Oh, they're needed.
when we try to walk, like,
They are
we try to
needed.
walk down to like Bake Me Treats, or we went to that little store.
Oh yeah.
You could get freaking plowed in this.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you get run
So
over.
we're trying to get those.
That's a good idea.
And then there's when Vision came in, they did these 3 paths. So the one we got behind the school, the one on Sheridan,
Yep.
and there's going to be one that's going to go from North Main Street. If you're like Island Drive, if you go right across North Main Street,
Where the woods are there.
with the sort of little woods, but there's like a trail that goes behind Centennial and Hill Drive, and it comes out on 616, sort of. By
Really?
this-
I
yeah.
didn't know there's a
And
trail.
there's like it's not a trail, but there's like utility towers. Like
Okay.
all the,
so
we're gonna-
the utility towers that kind of bend down,
Yeah,
down. You
so
know where
we're
he's
gonna try
talking. The
and
one when you
connect
look
all
over to the
that.
right.
No.
So you go down 170 towards Struthers.
Okay.
There's utility poles that run
Oh,
right
yeah, yeah.
there. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna
yeah,
go.
right. Or if we can get that, we're gonna put like a walking trail there. So basically, you have a whole loop through the village.
I'm gonna be able to hike all over the place.
So we're trying. We asked for Senator Ruley to get us some money from that.
Yeah.
That'd
hopefully.
be sweet.
And then we're looking at even an amphitheater somewhere on Village Hall property. On the
Sweet.
Is
banks.
that what they're doing over there? Heading into Struthers?
Over to the right.
No,
now.
that's a new house. That's gonna be a
They're
house.
putting a house right there.
Yeah.
Over
Yep.
by where the bridge is heading.
Exactly.
There was a lot for sale there. They must have. It was like a $5,000 lot right there. And they must have bought it. and put
Yeah,
a
that's
house
going to
in.
be a brand new
Yeah,
house.
but
which is
they
pretty
put
cool.
like it's
Wow.
like over the. It looks
Over the
like it's
river.
over the river there.
Well, you have to be. There's a thing called a riparian setback that you can't build within 120 feet of the banks of the creek. So they're going to have to push pretty close to the street because if you go too far back,
This
they're
is
gonna,
going to be
It
on
looks
the street.
really close.
Yeah, it's
well,
gonna
the
be
thing
close.
is, it,
Wow.
like the land right there, it's really narrow, but then it widens out. The problem is there's like a
Julie!
cliff.
Julie Payne says
Julie-
super awesome developments. Hi, Julie Payne.
yes,
What's her
Julie
buddy?
Payne.
She's their buddy. Julie Payne.
Yeah, but that it like it's really narrow and then it widens out, so they can put the house there. But it's like where it widens out, right up the middle is like a drop off.
Doesn't it flood back there
Well,
too?
they're going to be high enough. It probably won't.
Okay,
They're
I was
gonna
going to
have
say
to
because
build
man, when
that
it
up.
rains,
maybe they'll
it's-
build the bank up and then
Wow.
the house. Like, could they do that? Are you allowed to like build?
You
the
could a little bit, but I think they're high enough they won't get flooded. There.
They could do the beach houses where you put the big
Yeah,
poles
stilts,
down,
like in North Carolina.
Yeah.
run the creek
Hurricane,
right,
make a
under,
hurricane
right
proof.
underneath you.
Doesn't flood.
Doesn't flood.
It could be like falling water, with the water. Like
Yeah,
Frank
just
Lloyd
put it
Wright,
right
the water
underneath
goes
your
right
house.
below the house.
Right underneath your house.
Yeah.
Great fishing spot. You're not allowed to fish in there, Julie.
Wouldn't want to eat the fish out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, the house will be built into the side. Must be going into the side of the hill. I'm interested to see that house now.
Into the side of that hill. That hill is going to be underwater when it floods. The thing has to flood. I mean, it has to.
I don't
That's
think
high enough.
so.
The creek's pretty low compared to where that is.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So and we're still trying to look at some other developments. And we had done that thing press conference with the union.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's next Thursday. We're going to open the bids from that. There's
Could-
2 people at least I think are going to submit something.
Okay, wait, can I get in on the bid?
Yeah, you want to do it? You're gonna.
What are the bids going to start? What's the bidding starting at?
It's not really so much. It's not buying it. It's developing it. So there are no
You can't
parameters. You can.
buy the land. You
I
can't
want to buy the building.
Well, the
the
building's
land.
going to we're going to give it to them for $1 probably. But part of that thing is they're going to have to develop it into something that works for everyone.
Oh,
So,
I have a feeling we would get along with my ideas.
yeah, your ideas might not fly here.
Well, no, here's what I want to do. Hear me out here. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Hear me out. Open it up for retail space. Okay. Open up for retail
Oh, you wanna
space.
make it like North Lima's old school.
Yeah, like
No, hold on. Hear me out.
Okay.
Airbnb ghost huts.
Ghost hunt.
So we rent it out. Dude, how much do we pay when we go on our ghost huts?
Here's what's gonna win that bid. You know what's gonna win that bid? You go in there, you want to win the hearts of Poland. You go in there, you're like, I'm gonna make it a historical thing where we like
You gotta
make a museum that talks about all the great historical features of Poland. That'll win the bid.
there you go.
That'll win.
No,
the
I
bid.
think it's what it will probably come in as is some kind of housing, whether it's apartments, condos, something
Do you
like
think
that.
turn that into housing?
Yeah.
The school?
Yeah. I mean, you have to keep to get historical tax credits, you have to keep the front facade, but you could basically keep the front facade and tear everything down in the back and
yeah.
rebuild it any way you want. The hard sell is going to be to the neighbors around there that, they
there's
might,
like 2.
yeah, but there's people behind and there's people across the street. And, there was a developer a while ago that he wanted to jam like 24 condos into like a 3-acre lot.
Yeah.
But they were like, renters are like terrorists and they're criminals and you can't have, and
Sounds like Airbnbs again.
Yeah.
So
Exactly the same as the
Anything
Airbnbs.
other than the norm is.
Hey, I stayed in an
frowned
Airbnb
upon.
over when I went to Hocking Hill.
How'd it go?
Oh god, there was so much cocaine and hookers.
So many homeless people.
I mean, homeless people were
So
coming
much
in.
of
like-
the marijuana.
Oh, marijuana, meth. I made meth for the first time while I was in this
they
Airbnb.
actually provided you with a station in the
well,
Airbnb.
it's an Airbnb, so obviously you expect me to make
for
meth.
sure there had to be something illegal going on.
It's just ridiculous. But I hope they do housing, but like keep it super nice.
Oh, it'll be
And-
nice. I mean, I know a couple of the local people are going to put bids on. They'll do a good job.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
Restaurants.
next Thursday, the 5th, I believe. Hopefully we'll get some good requests out of that and see what happens.
Well, there goes my bid. I wanted to buy it, and
Restaurants with beer and liquor.
have a-
Yeah. Okay, Julie Payne. That's pretty far.
We're going to do that on the corner of 2nd Street and 616. That's where we're putting that.
that just happens to be where Julie lives.
Yeah, oh my God, I didn't even know that.
Wow, that's weird, Julie.
Wow.
Did you guys hear Elon Musk buying Coca-Cola? So you put that is not real though, but yes.
Awesome.
She just said hell yeah. Julie would actually embrace that, so she
Yeah.
just walk to the bar.
She could.
What is the deal? So can we talk about the liquor license again?
Talk about what?
The liquor thing.
Yeah.
In the village.
Absolutely.
You're allowed to have liquor in the village.
Correct.
What about a liquor truck in the village?
Like
Sips
a food truck.
like a food. They what's it called? O'Donut does it. Sips.
Sweet sips.
How would that work though? Like, how's the liquor permit work on that?
I don't know about that.
We should probably call Jay.
Probably get a cease and desist order for
Call
that
Jay,
one.
he'll help you out.
Call Jay.
I'm sure there's some hoop or barrier that
Like,
will be
I don't
put
know
up.
how- like I
make
think,
it
but are they?
impossible.
They're not doing that in public. Though. They're doing that on private property.
Yeah, Julie Payne says a mobile bar. But
So
it's-
Julie,
so-
can
so-
we use your house and invite all of Poland to your
so,
house?
So Mayor Tim, we have Sweet Sips come out here, right? And we
Mhm.
set up like a little tiny like mobile fire pit type thing, and people sit around, make
I don't know if
marshmallows
you
and
could do that though. with
drinks
the-
in this parking lot. Is that allowed?
Boy, that would be a legal question there.
Yeah, I don't know enough to be dangerous there. I don't know.
You'd have to ask Jay.
I mean,
Did you ask him?
But alluding to your
I'll
question
ask
of
him.
liquor licenses,
Yeah.
there's 3 districts in Poland, and in order to get one, you have to get it on the ballot first of all.
Which is what the gas station did.
Exactly.
I'd love to get the gas station. Why don't you ask him to come on?
They went around, got petitions,
can
got
get
enough
him,
to get
yeah.
on the ballot, and they voted for it, and it was in. So as far as people keep talking about, let's get a restaurant here with liquor, which we can do. You just have to get on the ballot. It has to be voted in, and there's like 1 or 2 per jurisdiction. So you can't have like 10 bars.
Right,
Not that you would have space anyways to do that.
right. So yeah, well, there's only so many liquor licenses
Yeah,
too.
correct.
Man, we should try and start a bar somewhere.
Be awesome.
MLO bros.
It would be.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started as mayor, that was like taboo, but now I think people are starting to come around to the reality. That
not even
that
a
should
Yeah.
happen.
like not a bar, like a nice,
Yeah, nice
ass
sit-down
brewery, and like maybe like if you want liquor, you have to have like a nice steakhouse so you can enjoy a steak and a
Or you
drink.
could have like cigar and whiskey. or
Yeah.
yeah, something super fancy. That sounds super
Yeah.
But
snobby.
you
like,
talk about that,
Poland.
and they immediately start saying, "Oh my god, it's going to be a biker bar." It's the same thing.
Yeah.
With the
So that's
Airbnb.
in our strategic plan.
It's-
A biker bar?
No, get a bar, an alcohol place that's
Like,
fine,
and it's not
fine
like-
dining restaurant.
Yeah, fine dining.
it's
Mhm.
because it's never that they've never experienced something like that in Poland, and they're afraid of it, and they don't understand it. They don't
Well,
see long
And
term.
a lot, some of
and
the
they're
council.
afraid of people are afraid of what they
don't
don't,
forget,
understand.
a lot of the council live right on Main Street.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
They're right on 170 there, and I've heard them say it. I heard them say, "I don't want bars in here. I live right on it. It's going to become."
Oh, but in the forum, they all were during election time. They all said they love that, and that's a great idea. And they all stayed in Airbnbs and are all for everything.
heard 2 of them say one happens to live in a yellow house and one lives in a brown house. They both said
you know who's really come around and is becoming very hip.
Chris Graff.
Chris Graff.
Chris Graff's the man.
He is
Graff
the man.
is like
He's
Yeah.
quiet,
He went-
but he doesn't say much. But
he went from
yeah.
at the forum. He was honest. He's like, I don't know about social media. I don't think it's the best.
He's
form
trying.
of-" But then you know what? He is Mr. Facebook now.
He's
and
trying.
everybody knows him. He got the most votes in
Yeah,
the last election.
He
Well,
did.
well, did you hear our theory to that? We told you the theory to that.
What's that? He knows her because of the funeral home.
No.
No.
Hear us out here.
Here's how he won. So he won
Go.
because the young people who did the younger generation vote for?
Anthony probably.
Okay, who else? Anthony's number 1. Then who? Zembauer.
Yeah.
Then would you get 2 votes? 3
You get
votes?
Yeah,
four.
there were 4.
Four votes.
people.
So
Probably
they
Jenna, maybe
they-
because she was young.
The
so-
young people.
So
right?
they went. The younger people went. Latanzio, Zembauer. What's her name?
Jenna. and they needed
Graf.
a 4th.
And they needed a 4th.
Because they
So they're
needed a
like,
fourth.
who's the coolest old person? Graf. Right.
I guess.
So then
No, hold on.
the
Hold on.
old people. No, it makes sense. The old people went. What's his name? Moffy. Old people love Moffy.
Graf.
They went No, they went the lady who lost,
Martha.
Martha. They went Zembauer, and then they went
Zembauer
and Graf.
Or
Graf-
Latanzio.
Or Latanzio. Those
Old people
people.
Latanzio-
Yeah, they split that. They
Latanzio
split that
or
fourth
Graf.
vote, right?
But Graf was on everybody's ballot because he was liked by the younger people and he's liked by the older people.
And plus, he works for
He knows
Becker Company.
everybody.
He knows everybody.
Yeah.
But that's why he had the most votes, is because everybody, doesn't
Yeah.
matter where they're from,
Yeah.
everybody picked Graf.
That may be true.
Tiffany, like a limo. It's like a food truck. She's asking about
It's
the
like
thing.
a trailer
Yeah, it's a trailer. It's
that
really
they just
nice.
drop.
Have you seen the ones in the big cities? Like we were just in Columbus, and they ride. It's like a bike. Like there's 12 people pedaling it.
Yes.
Drives around with
Yeah.
alcohol.
And the people are drinking and pedaling. at the same
Really?
time.
Yeah, that's you guys. Should get,
Oh
like,
my
one of
God, we
those.
need to get one of those.
Oh, a
I
truck
don't
cop
know what
would be
it's
on your
called.
butt faster than you can say alcoholic beverage.
You could like do the main path in the wood, the trail in the
Just
woods.
off-roading with it while
Yeah.
drinking.
God.
Yeah, no, we just do like you get
Are
your
you
shot.
allowed to bring bikes back there?
The
Like,
woods,
yeah, like
Yeah.
those, not obviously motorcycles,
electric
but
bikes
no,
or pedal
Pedal
mountain
bikes.
bikes,
like mountain bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see people
Let's
biking
go
back
mountain
there all
They
the
don't
time, and
want you to go on the off trail sometimes because it digs them all up. But
Yeah.
the main trails for sure you could use.
Yeah, because everybody's riding through the woods and they say on your left.
Was there horses allowed back there?
Yes.
I saw horse tracks the
Last
other
week
day.
And
there
horse
were
poop,
horses.
yeah.
back there, two-
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
trailers. Yeah.
There's huge horse crap. And I was like, oh, they yell at the dog people, but you can't pick
Yeah,
up your
that's-
horse poop?
Exactly.
Aren't they supposed to put the little poop catchers on their horse?
That there was some huge poop. from the horses in the
That's
trails back there.
gross. That is nasty.
What about the little area, not when you go back down onto like Bluebell Trail, but like the little area where there's like the little sitting area, like park type
The
area?
pavilion?
Pavilions. Okay.
Zedekar Pavilion?
The pavilions. there.
Yeah, that's
There's
Zedekar
two of
Pavilion.
them.
Yes.
There's two like tiny ones.
Correct.
What if could you put a food truck back there?
Oh, good luck.
You could. The problem would be parking and access and stuff like that.
Well,
you
they
might be able
just
to.
walk back there and you have a little.
Let's go to the forest board and ask them.
I bet the
Go
forest
ahead.
board would love that.
They would love to see you guys there.
I think we need to get permission from Mrs. Zedekar first, and then we can talk. So we'll do that. You want to try and do a food truck back there?
Yeah, it's so.
They will freaking explode. You know what they're gonna
It's
say?
so new age. It's way
There'll be trash and garbage everywhere.
Don't they have trash cans back there?
Yeah.
You know what they need back there?
Is the
the bathroom.
bathrooms.
But we're working on that too. There's a
Jeez,
new
oh
one.
man.
So that was prior to us strategic planning.
yeah?
But,
Holy cow!
but Sam got he got $100,000 for the woods. Sam Moffey did.
Yeah.
But after he got that, we said, what are we going to do? And they came up with 3 projects. One was to put the comfort station or restroom in there.
Yeah.
The other one was to work on some of the trails in the back parts and fix their little walkways and stuff
Yeah.
like
There's
that.
a little rough.
And
back
then the
there
third
sometimes.
one, like if you go down down the hill
Yep.
around that little loop and
Yep.
stuff, on the left side, that bank starting to erode by those big sycamore trees.
big time, right?
So they're gonna put shore up that bank with some, I don't know what they're gonna, rocks and
Yeah.
other stuff to make it more secure.
yeah.
So when they did all their math, they said, well, $100,000 is not going to be enough. So they went to there's a Forest Foundation, which is a private entity that raises money for capital improvement projects in the woods.
In our forest.
Just in
if you got
Wow.
anybody on that foundation to walk through our woods or
Yeah.
our forest, they would freaking
No, they
wanna
want it
help.
that way. They don't.
They want it like that.
They
I
don't
think.
want to touch it. Leave it in a natural state.
Really?
Yes, they don't want it. You can't pick up a tree branch or anything.
Is that
So
why
they
there's trees
want-
like when you go to like Boardman Park or Mill Creek Park?
It looks nice.
There's no fallen trees anywhere.
Yeah.
You go down the one off of not off of your road, off of the what is it? The circle thing. What is that one? Why am I not? There's College Street. What's the other one?
Indian Trail,
Nope, the other one.
the Manor.
The Manor.
Yeah, on the left side there's a ton of
There
them.
are
Yeah,
the
everywhere.
biggest giant trees falling down. You can't even see.
Yep, they want them. We cut them off the paths and just let them rot away because old people are going to say, well, a rotting tree will provide for insects, and the insects feed the birds, and the birds feed the
So they don't
coyotes.
want
So it's a whole ecological thing that they're trying to preserve. And then Mrs. Butler, who gave us the woods,
Yeah.
said leave the woods in as natural a state as possible.
well, I
so
respect
that's
that.
what they really go down on that and take. it
Can
to
I
the T.
interject?
You can say it's your
There's
show.
a giant pipe coming from Boardman, like all the way up by 680 that feeds that creek,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So that's not very natural then.
No, but that was. I
You
mean,
did-
we
have
used
you
to
ever seen
own
that?
that. We used to
It's
own.
a pipe that feeds that
It's
river.
a giant pipe.
Remember where the old Sam's Club was?
Yeah.
It comes underneath 680 and comes into the woods like drainage. So when all
Drainage from
yeah,
that
that's
Sam's
why
Club?
that's all flood. Not just Sam's Club, Boardman is in general, from Best Buy down. All
How high
all-
does that water get when it floods down
Oh,
there?
it's really high. Everything's underwater.
Everything.
Yeah, all the whole floor of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I mean,
Really
I,
good.
I grew up by
It's
the high
just so
school,
gross.
and I
that-
used to
Yeah.
take a
Oh,
raft
yeah.
from the high school to the library down the creek all through. It was it was probably 7 feet high when it big rains.
You
It
want
was-
to try that sometime?
I want a kayak.
There's so many trees that you have to get in and out constantly.
Yeah, and we
Oh.
might die.
Yeah,
Get caught underneath it. You want a kayak?
you
Yeah, I definitely would be the
I
one.
think
to
we
die.
can go. Where does it go? It goes down this way. It goes
We
past
just
the
start at the
library.
pipe. We just start at the pipe.
Start at the pipe.
it's not that it's not deep enough there. You need a big
Coming
rain.
from Boardman,
Yeah.
and then we just
Start
go
at the
all way
pipe.
down.
All the way. Yeah, you couldn't do it now because it's like
No, you have to wait till it rains a
I'll
lot.
tell you what. Next time there's a giant flooding rain,
Yeah.
go down by Zedekar Pavilion and look over the hill, and you'll see how crazy
Okay.
it is. You can film it. It's insane.
really. We're gonna try that.
Super high.
So it'd be scary to kayak.
Yeah.
You will
And
die.
you could never do it because you have to get in and out all the time because the trees down.
The
there.
trees, yeah, block.
They're everywhere.
Oh, and then you're gonna be in a kayak. It's gonna be flooding, and you're gonna hit a tree, and you're gonna
Yeah.
die. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll die. Yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
get like wrapped
So
up.
getting
and
back
pushed
to
up
the
against-
wood stuff. So Sam got $100,000. And they came back and said, well, these projects are going to be like 170 grand. So we went to the foundation and they gave us the rest of the money. But Mark Thompson is coordinating with some other people to get this comfort station.
Yeah.
So it's coming from West Virginia, but that's going to cost it's going to be a concrete one, like a really big, sturdy one.
Yeah.
For like 30 grand or something like that.
Wow. So that's why that other one's not fixed yet?
Yeah.
Could you at least put a toilet seat on it? I'm just saying.
I would even want to go in that thing.
I just poop in the woods.
Yeah. Just be like a bear or something.
I'm just saying.
But that thing will be gone as soon as we possibly can.
I use the bluebells to wipe.
Oh my God. Yes. Leave it in its natural state, Isaac.
I do.
You have to clean up after yourself.
Naturally. Why it's natural. I'm not cleaning it up.
With the bluebells. Oh my God. So that's the woods are cute. I love this.
Oh, it's so awesome. We're so the thing that's crazy is people don't know in the Youngstown,
even in Poland, people have never been to Poland Woods.
No, they don't know about it.
It's
like
awesome.
I'm having a buddy come in from Pittsburgh, and he's like, "Where are we gonna go?" I'm like, "I got trails we can walk in Poland Woods." He's like, "What's Poland Woods?" Doesn't even know. We grew up in South Range, has no idea what
it is.
I'm like, it's
a
awesome.
secret. There's nobody back there when you back. You
the
might
best
see one
time
person.
is the fall and the winter because in the summer it's so buggy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's cute alive.
It gets bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a swamp.
But that Zetterker Pavilion a couple of years ago, there was that outdoor chimney thing.
Yeah.
And we had a guy come in, redo the chimney, and there's like a grate in there, a cooking grate.
I saw you could
so
use
you can
that.
cook stuff in there. It's pretty cool.
I was reading through the rules. You're actually allowed to make a fire. You can
You
rent
are.
that place. And you
Yeah.
can make a fire in there. You can cook with it.
Yep, because it's self-contained. It would
yep.
What does
burn.
it cost to rent that?
I don't think there's anything to rent, but you have to reserve it. Like my cousin has a big Mother's Day thing, and they always get it every year. So if you want to use it, you can call Village Hall and just say I want.
Party.
Yeah, there you go. MLO Brothers.
Party in the woods. BYOB.
You're gonna need either a generator or a battery because there's no electric down there.
We don't need electric. We're from South Range.
Yes.
We partied in the cornfields.
Okay.
We'll
Poland Woods is a fall. Oh, Carrie Munson's a photographer using the woods as
to make money.
To make money.
So we have to put her in
He's
jail.
writing your name down right now,
You're
Carrie.
gonna get a cease and desist
Give me your phone number
because you're not allowed to make money. We found out you're not allowed to make money off the woods.
Well, that's wild because my wife and I used them for our engagement photos too, and I'm pretty sure we paid that photographer. Yeah, we have pictures. I can prove it right now. I have pictures of us on the bridge.
That is a travesty.
Let me see that as evidence.
I got evidence right here.
Travesty.
Mrs. Zedeker can come at me if she wants
Good
to.
thing nobody's watching this right
I
now.
know. Hold on. Let me see. Me, Shelby, and Marshall took pictures there for our engagement.
Carrie, we got your Carrie made us a video. We will display it next week on Tuesday. Is that cool, Isaac?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I didn't even watch it yet, Carrie. I'll let you
Let
know.
me go. She sent it to us with audio. I might have you send us it without audio too, and I have my own audio. I want you to add to it. If she can send us the raw footage,
Send her the audio, and then she could.
She said she can't do it with her app. But
what the heck, Carrie?
What the heck, Carrie?
All right. So
That's
what else? So we got
Bush League, Carrie.
that. We have our event coming up. Are you going to be on the dunk tank?
No.
Come on,
We're
Mayor
You
Tim.
and I are going to be the only ones in the dunk tank.
That's perfect.
It is.
Come
It
on.
really is. It's so
We'll make a
perfect.
bunch of money.
Do you know how many people are going to line up to throw freaking balls at us to get dunked?
I think it'll be awesome. I'm super
You're
excited
going to have
about
all of council.
That might make $1 million.
Yeah, seriously, you're going to have all of council. You know, Mayor Tim's going to go with 100. And he's going to
it.
start
Absolutely,
tossing.
just throwing
I'm
them
bringing a basketball so I don't miss the tournament.
at the cage, just throwing them at us.
I'll just go and push the thing.
Our little sister is bringing her Venezuelan baseball playing husband. She's literally like, I'm gonna drop $100, and he's just gonna throw.
It's gonna be well worth.
Yeah, exactly. And he's gonna hit us. Oh, Mayor Tim, you made our highlight vid that Carrie made.
Oh, really?
Is it the one
Wow.
from our? How did you
How did you like?
our '90s warm up Bulls intro video that we made? Were you guys really upset? Like
I didn't think I even saw it.
you didn't
You wanna
see our
see it?
intro
Oh,
video we
I wanna
made?
see it.
Hold on, we're gonna play the video
Yeah, God.
again. So we were trying to get the village to stream, and we went live outside their meeting.
I remember that.
Oh, so
But we had a Bulls. We made it like a Sunday.
yeah, you did. You said you hated
or
the
like
picture.
the Bulls in like
It's
it's the NBA on the NBA on NBC. Like
It wasn't like the Flint Tropics.
Intro?
You weren't doing that.
No, wait,
No.
did you see this thing? So before we went live, we did like an intro video of Council because we wanted,
Oh, yeah. I remember what you're saying now.
He was so mad at us because we used this picture. Can we play it real fast?
Play it. Yeah. Look.
I just want to say
No,
about
this
them.
is us on the bridge. We took our engagement pictures. That's us on the bridge.
You animal.
Oh, that's going to.
That is going to
I'm gonna
court.
send the prosecutors.
Jay is
And then look, us in the woods.
Dude,
Like on the river, on the
dare you,
riverbed.
Carrie Munson used the
That
village.
wasn't Carrie Munson. That was
Oh,
Brittany.
I
somebody
just
else?
want to say of all the grief that the MLO brothers gave us about streaming, when I came in here today, it took them 15 minutes to get their.
That's Luke's fault.
Their-
Every time
their
he
podcast
sets up,
up.
he screws it up.
Okay,
I don't know
you're
what he
setting-
does.
You're setting up from now on.
I can do it.
Ours works
Okay.
and we do it right
Dude,
on time.
It's good.
7:00 starts promptly.
Play the Bulls intro.
All right, hold on. We're gonna play this real fast.
This ought to be fun. Doesn't even look like it.
Oh, that was off
Oh,
of his
classic.
Facebook page. Sorry, it amuses me. It amuses me.
It's so good. I love it.
You know what though? You again, credit where credit's due. You guys are streaming now. People can watch. It's good.
I feel like we pressured you guys and you guys made it better.
I don't know
You know,
about
a
that.
little bit of pressure makes
A
diamonds.
little pressure, but we talked about it before you were even on the scene. So
Yeah, and we like forced your
oh,
hand.
you didn't force anything. Does the township stream? Why don't you get on there?
I
Yes, we
was.
did.
I was
Why
there.
don't you? Why don't
I
you?
am.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was
Why
at the
don't
meeting.
you do to them what you did to us for like
No.
a year straight? Yeah,
No.
camp outside.
I'm
have a little
actually moving.
podcast.
I'm moving to the village soon, and I'm just gonna.
Dude,
you know,
you're
be a
gonna
member
freaking
of
find it. Good luck
society.
finding a house.
I
Anywhere.
cannot wait to
So
go
you
to
might
every
for
single
1.2
meeting.
million.
Go to every single meeting and talk. I don't know what it's gonna be about yet, but I'm gonna
Does
talk.
he get 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
You get
3 minutes of playtime.
Just talking. Just talk.
Oh, I don't know what it's gonna be about. yet.
I have the stream button though. I could sort of turn it off, and you wouldn't even know it's on or off.
You could just like just read like random
Read like a
read
Ralph-
like a poem.
Maybe I'll read like
Ralph
each
Waldo.
meeting. I'll read 3 minutes of a book until the book's done.
Yeah,
Like-
they read the Bible. Start at the
Seriously. Oh my god, that would be so
Read like
funny.
a comic book.
In the beginning.
beginning.
Oh my god.
I got 3 minutes up here. You listen up.
This is so bad.
God.
What else? Yeah, we're just kind of making up stuff here. We really don't have anything planned. Tomorrow we're
No.
going to eat at Frenchie's
Are we?
Where's that?
in Austin Town. It's the old O'Donnell's.
Okay.
Well, I was waiting for them to call me back, and then I'm going ghost hunting tomorrow night.
I'm gonna drive Dad tomorrow to get his car cleaned at the detail doctor. He finally took my took up.
Oh, Dutton's place.
Yeah, he's going to detail doctor.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Yeah.
You ever get your car detailed there?
I know. I've never been there. I know where it is.
Yeah,
but I've
it's
never gone
good.
there.
He's a Poland guy.
He is. He's pulling the firefighter.
Do you
Full
guys ever go to MLO's in Louisville? You ever been to that restaurant?
People are. That's
It's
the other
really-
people are telling
really
us to
good.
go there all the
Really?
time.
Yeah, I
gotta
highly
try that
recommend
one.
We went to the one. What was the Italian place we went to?
Carchetti's.
Carchetti's,
Yeah.
which was really
Mhm.
good.
Malolo's was
Shetty's
good.
in Lowville. We went to
Tell you.
Anna's Sweet Cooking or Anna's Good Cooking in
Anna's cooking in Austin
Anna's
Town.
Cooking in Austin Town.
There you
It's
go.
Puerto Rican. It was so good.
I'll tell you what, Lowville is going to be a cool little place now that they
It's
took those dams down. They're going to be able
super
to
cool.
kayak all the way down through
It
there,
is.
and it's
We
yeah.
It is.
we have an idea for a stream.
Why don't you
So
do a GoPro like as you kayak the Mahoning
we're,
River?
we're gonna do that, but
Okay.
the mayor came on. The mayor of Lowville came on.
He's crazy.
He swears there's walleye and fish in that spot in Lowville. There.
There could be.
Yeah.
And
I
I
bet.
and I said Isaac and I are going to go try and catch a walleye out of the Mahoning River.
That'd be a fun video.
I wouldn't eat it.
I think we should.
I'm going to fry that thing up.
I wonder how good it would be. Like, I wonder if you could test it before you eat it. See if it has anything.
If it's green and like glowing, I would eat it.
I don't think it.
Three
would.
eyes. I don't know. Can you eat those? There's no way.
If you'd have to get it tested.
Out of the Mahoning River?
You have to get it
I
tested.
think there's the ultimate test. You just try it.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk.
I'm going
that.
to bread that thing.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
it's
try
worth
it.
the risk.
Wow. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Mayor Tim, that's it.
Made the highlight vid.
We're kind of having things to talk about tonight. We're gonna make this a quick one.
Did you see? What's your favorite movie quote? I saw Joe Danny was talking about
I
it
just told you mine is
from Signs.
Signs 100%.
Favorite movie quote? Do you have a favorite movie quote?
What's your favorite movie?
I don't know.
What is your favorite movie,
I
man?
don't know.
What kind of movies do you like?
Do you watch TV or you just
Yes.
mayor
He
all the
doesn't
time?
seem like he
I watch TV.
He doesn't watch TV.
He
Yeah, I
doesn't.
do.
What do you watch?
More, I don't like foreign subtitled films, like stuff like that. I
Like
like
what?
action,
What?
comedy.
Who watches?
My wife
porn?
watches those crazy things.
Like what?
I don't know, something that's in French and should you have to read the movie?
I
and
don't
you
know.
can't-
Yeah, I can't
no,
do that.
I can't
either.
do that. I'm not that.
I love subtitles.
Do you?
I watch a lot of Asian stuff.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do. Watch
What?
a lot.
Like
Asian
Squid?
math,
like
Asian math videos.
Like Squid Game? Like Squid Game?
What were we talking about the other day when you said
What?
you were gonna start making videos? What's it called? You're gonna start making money off of the videos.
Oh, OnlyFans. You ever heard of OnlyFans?
Yeah, it'd be good
I was
for you
talking
guys.
about how I was going to start an OnlyFans and see if I could make any money
should.
off of it.
Oh, God! But never mind.
How do you
Let's
think
not
the
go down.
people of Poland would feel if I like blew up on OnlyFans and like I'm a Poland resident?
No.
As
but I
long
blew
as you
up.
didn't bother them, they
You
would
think
probably
they care?
They'd be happy.
They probably wouldn't even know.
They would. There's no way they would know. No, half the people. If there's a Polish person watching, they don't know what we're talking about right now.
Really? OnlyFans?
No.
You could donate some of your proceeds if you're successful.
To the revitalization
Only-
of the forest.
Only if they say where the money came from in explicit detail.
That's between you and them.
Yeah, I don't know. I my favorite movie quote is definitely the Signs one. You ever watch Signs? Remember the movie Signs with the
Mel Gibson.
I know Mel Gibson, yeah.
And
Signs.
who else was in it? Joaquin Phoenix. Signs.
the aliens?
The aliens.
I know what
come.
you're talking about, but I don't
Oh,
know.
it's a really
I never
good
watched it. I don't think.
Really good movie.
Great movie.
Anybody
Mine's-
watching right now?
Mine's
Favorite
Batman.
movie? What's your The Batman? Not the new one.
Not the new one, the old ones with Christopher Nolan's Batman.
Which one? Which one's your favorite?
I just the quote, the running quote is "Why do we fall, Bruce?
Why do we fall,
Why do we
Bruce? That's
fall?
a good one.
Why do we fall, Mayor Tim?
I don't know.
So we can learn to pick ourselves back up.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why.
Didn't who said something? There's a boxing film or something like that, or Rambo said that if you get knocked down, you have to get back.
Yeah.
up or
Well,
something.
you fall so you can learn. You can learn
Yeah.
to get better. Get back
Yeah.
up. Keep moving. My favorite quote.
I don't know.
So why don't we have like a big concert or something like that? Why don't you guys put that together?
You think you're just gonna tell us to have these
Yeah.
things? You want us to have
We're
these
gonna
things,
be
and
we're
then
having
you're
a
gonna
band.
turn around, say we're gonna have these things, and then some kind of ordinance is gonna come up, and we're not gonna be able to have.
Do
it.
we have a band coming for our thing?
We do.
Yeah, who's the band?
It's called
Did we ever get our?
Blue Siren.
Did we ever get our band license thing?
No, I never did it. He
There
was
you go.
doing it.
I'll help you out as usual.
I was gonna
Clean up
just
your
let it
mess.
go. I was gonna
But
let it
it's
go. and
not
do it.
about having connections
Blue
and knowing
Siren.
the mayor.
What are they? What's
It's 80s and 90s, right when
Okay.
you were in high school.
Okay.
So these two girls are the lead singers. Man, they can wail. Oh, wait till you hear them sing.
Where'd you find them?
Michael Kermick, who is a band guy in town, couldn't do it, so then he gave me their name. They're really good.
Julie Payne has a good question for you,
What's
Mayor
that,
Tim.
Julie? Yep.
Julie Payne says, so what happens if a village councilman moves out of the village?
Well, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Did
and,
somebody move out?
Well,
somebody's thinking about it. Think about it.
Anthony's
Yeah.
fiance bought a house on Renwick, which is in Poland Township, part of Renwick's village, part of his township. So technically, when they get married in June,
Uh-huh.
and if that he makes that his address, then he is not allowed to be a village council person.
Does he live with his parents right now?
Yeah, he does right now, and
So-
he's at Neocon too. He's
All
all over
right.
the
So-
place. He's like different places.
What happens? Do you go get the next person in line of the votes?
No,
Or-
you have to have if technically, if he did that and he didn't resign, then we would have to call him. Like that happened to Mark Cassette, who was way back when Sam Moffey came on. He did the same thing, and
He moved.
He was living at Lake Milton, and Sam called him out on it. And technically, you're not allowed to. So if he does, assuming once they get married in June, I'd assume he would move in with his wife, hopefully.
Yeah.
But if he does, then at that point, then he probably has to come off council. He has like 30 days to,
resign or be removed.
And if he does resign or be removed, then at that point, you have 30 days to pick a replacement, which council does if they want to.
Okay.
And what we do with that is people will they'll, like be an open process.
Jolie Payne, get in there.
Wow, interesting.
So there'll be an open process. Like you come to council and you say, I want to do this, to give you a little spiel who you are, why, and all that stuff. Council votes on it. But if they don't vote on it in 30 days, then I have to pick the replacement.
Have you ever picked anybody?
The only time this ever happened was when there was Leah Wilson was the council person before, and Chris Graff and Mike Masucci both applied for it, and Chris Graff got the job basically. So he filled out her term, and this is the first time.
I say we make a rule. I say we get Jay on the phone and make a law. It has to be a person of the same age as Latanzio, as the person who leaves. Because damn well it's going to be a 70-year-old person.
I hope so. Just to make you mad. So yeah, that's what will happen, Julie.
That's going to destroy everything.
Moffey,
Graff,
Thompson,
Zembauer's going to be a freaking lone wolf out there.
And Anthony right now.
They're going to pick a 70-year-old person. That should be a rule Jay should look into. Is someone of the same
Julie, will you please go apply for that?
Or at least the same way of thinking as Latanzio. That's at least the same.
The problem is you need younger people to just step up. That's the problem. They could get in.
It doesn't even matter if young people step up.
Would you run if you lived in the village?
I would.
There you would.
I'd do it. I would do it. I would do it just to freaking watch the world burn.
The problem is if you did that, I don't think you'd do your podcast anymore.
I'd do my podcast. What are they going to
do? We're not allowed to talk about village business.
I won't talk about village business. I'll talk about OnlyFans in my butt.
That just sunk his campaign right there.
Congratulations.
No,
you've been elected.
But seriously, they will put someone in.
Julie Payne saying no, they won't pick a 70-year-old.
See, she knows.
They need to pick.
We're gonna pick an 85-year-old. You're right.
Yeah, Julie, I think
pick someone who's the same, like not even politically, but has the same like ideas of what they want in Poland as Latanzio. Because I totally trust.
Do you think there'd be a line out the door? There probably wouldn't, right?
No, and they'll pick somebody who has nothing to do, and you know who doesn't have anything to do? Old people that want to preserve the history of Poland and not have any fun. That's what's going to happen.
Even I think you're being a little extreme.
Ageist. You're going to call it
ageist.
You might be surprised. You never know.
Julie, I think you should run. I'm just saying. I
hope I'm surprised. Julie Plain, please run.
She'd be a good one.
She'd be great. She would be great.
There's another lady that. There's a couple people that would be good, but again, you got to like. It takes up a lot of your time, correct?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, I mean, 2 meetings a month plus you're on committees.
So you're at least a once a week meeting.
Well, it depends on which committees you're on. Some of them are before council the day of, and some of them are totally separate nights.
Right.
So if you're lucky enough to get the ones of council, you're there.
Julie, old people matter too. I 100% agree.
She's already working on her campaign.
Old people still get mortgages, right, Julie?
Not really.
I should think about that.
I don't finance.
You won't do it if they're over 50.
I
refuse.
boy, is that illegal?
Yeah, it's totally legal. I do finance old people, but I do suggest and recommend that you know how to use a computer.
And someday you're going to be old too.
Yeah, I do. But by the way, I do reverse mortgages. If anybody'd like a reverse mortgage, Mayor Tim, you probably get one, huh?
Yeah, you're old, right? You're over 65.
I'm 72, actually. Thanks for noticing.
He looks great for 72.
He looks so good.
Great.
He looks so good for 72.
Wait, when did you graduate? 82?
85.
85.
I'll be 55 in August.
But they're
55.
They are totally going to do that.
He's Uncle Mark's age. His age is.
You're how old again?
55.
Yeah, he's Uncle Mark's age.
Uncle Mark who?
13. Our uncle. He's
Mark
13
who?
years older than
That's Mark.
McHugh. He's from Boardman. Guys from Bourbon.
You went to Poland?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. You did. Yeah,
him
but you do.
Him and Traficon. He had Corvettes and leather jackets.
He
And
had a Trans Am
he had
probably.
a Trans Am. He was like-
Did you ever have a mullet?
No,
He had like long
I did
hair.
not. My son wants to have a mullet.
Did you have long hair at one point?
No, my hair's never been that
You
long.
see, I can just see him pulling up in high school. He's got like here I go again on my own.
Yeah,
Pulls
white-
up in his Trans
White
Am,
snake
White
blasting
Snake.
like Will Ferrell, and old school.
Gets out with his sunglasses.
Uh-huh.
I could see it.
Like Joe Dirt.
Exactly.
But you do know they're gonna do that, right? Like they're gonna.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. We don't even know. Maybe Latinos are gonna buy a house before then.
I need to get a box. Can I roll up and like say I'm living in a trailer in like Walgreens parking lot? Is that allowed?
Maybe change. Maybe move
Well,
into his
and you have
basement.
to have your
Can I
residence
move into
a
your
year prior to running for the election.
A
So-
year.
Yeah, but the election's not until next year. So as long as you move into Poland before
Can I live in your basement?
November of this year,
Can I live in your basement?
No. You're already
Absolutely
renting.
not.
You're renting in my basement right now.
Wait. Can I live here? That's my bed.
Hey, you can do what you want.
Oh,
Can I do that?
I don't know.
why did Mayor Tim want to be a mayor? Tim, why did you want to be a mayor? That's a great question.
It's sort of funny how it actually worked out. I grew up in the township out by the high school, and we moved here in 2003, I want to say. And I said, once I get to the village, I'm going to run for council, just get my feet wet and learn how the rules are, and then maybe I'll run for mayor. So it turns out that the lady before me, Ruth Wilkes, was there for like 18 years, and the guy before her, Merle Madrid, was there for like 16 years. So the trend was once you're mayor forever. So John Yarian was 4 years younger than me, and he was the first one to say, I'm going to run for mayor because what's her name? Ruth Wilkes actually moved to Columbus. So the Anthony team. So we had a temporary mayor, and then the election was up, and we had to put a replacement. So it was 4 months between that time when she left. So as soon as John Yarian ran for mayor, knowing he's younger than me, I said, if I don't run for mayor, he might be there forever. So I just fell into it that way.
And you beat him?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. And there was an old guy that ran too. There's three of us actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And how old were you?
That time I was 40.
40. So you've been a mayor for
This is my
15
15th
years.
year, yeah.
Holy
How long can
crap.
you run for? Can you just keep
Forever.
going?
There's no term limits. I'm not going to run forever though. Eventually, I'll come to
what
my
perks?
wit's end.
What perks do you get as mayor? Like what do you get? Do you get paid?
You get $8,000 a year.
Oh my
Council
God,
gets
this-
$4,800.
Totally not
Yeah,
worth
it's really
it
worth
at
it.
all.
Wow, mayor's way better because you don't have any of the responsibility, voting power, or anything like
Here,
that.
yeah, the mayor in a village is better than the mayor in a city because
Yeah,
the council runs in a small, like the villages are under 5,000.
What are you responsible for?
the police
The
department.
police department?
Yeah, all the hiring and like oversee that.
Yeah.
I break ties, which I've only done that once in 15 years.
Yeah.
I've ever been a tie. Run the meetings, have to balance the checkbooks and stuff for the Violations Bureau.
Wow. You don't have
basically-
mayor's court anymore, right?
No,
They used to have
we
that.
don't have that.
Dude, you should start doing that. That'd be
Well,
so
the
awesome.
problem was when the reason why we had mayor's court was there was somebody got pulled over for loud music and there was a scuffle and the officer shot him and killed him.
Whoa!
That's right by the fire
department.
department.
They were talking about that with
Yeah.
the ghost.
Yep.
Remember when we went ghost hunting? They were talking
That's
about it.
right.
So what happened is they said part of the settlement is you can't have mayor's court anymore. So what we have now is a violations bureau. So if you get a ticket and you plead guilty, you can come to Village Hall and pay the fine. But if you don't or you want to fight it, then you go to Struthers Court
Yeah.
and they oversee it, and we get a small portion of that. So it would be better for us if we did have a mayor's court.
Yeah.
So
But
it was
we
because
couldn't.
that
How-
guy got shot that they don't
How
have
long
mayor's
ago was
court?
that?
That was in the early to mid 90s, I'd say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Remember they were talking about that.
Damn.
Their Chip was talking about that. Somebody got shot right outside there, and there was a scuffle. Remember, we were reading it. There was like
Yeah.
a scuffle,
crazy,
and
yeah.
went for the
The
cop's
guy
gun
like pulled away with him. The guy,
Yeah.
the cop in his car, and he shot him. And
right in the middle of town. That's
it was
nuts.
during it was like dusk. It was still light out. It wasn't like 2 in the morning or anything. So,
Wow.
thank God that was before my time.
So they said, who said you can't have the court? anymore?
Probably the judge or somebody that
Part of the
settlement
because the
when they-
family sued.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
So why?
Wow.
What would that stop? Like I don't.
Well, the
understand
problem
what-
with people, the advocates of or the people against mayor's court say you are basically judge and jury over your own town, so you're deciding the fees that you get money on the back end. So I
Yeah.
could, if I'm sitting at mayor's court, I could say guilty, guilty, guilty. Everyone's guilty.
And you
Never
get the money.
never waive anybody, and all the money comes to us. So
which has to happen.
The other option
I
is
like that power.
Yeah, I mean New Middletown
That'd be
has one.
fun.
A lot of places have them.
You
but
like
Canfield has
Canfield does it.
But we
Donnie,
we just aren't allowed to because of that thing.
So how long are you not allowed to? Like forever?
Jay has looked into where we can get a magistrate, which is separate than me
Yeah.
running the court, which I'm all for that because I don't want to do mayor's court
Yeah.
anyways. So the magistrate can come in. We'd have to pay them their fee, but then they can collect the money for us instead of going to struggle.
Yeah, you're
So
losing
how do you be
funds.
a magistrate? We have to
You
make
just have to be an attorney.
You wanted to be the magistrate,
I
did you?
want to be the
You can
guilty.
You can be.
I fine you $1 million.
So yeah, that's why we don't have mayors.
And whenever I have my court, I'm gonna have truck cops standing next to me, like in Judge Judy, like the guy.
Mike, could you grab that paper for me,
Yeah,
please?
Mike, could you please hand them their
Do you
documents?
guys remember the People's Court? Or are you too young? For
No, oh yeah, I
Like,
remember that.
Rusty the bailiff. and
Yeah,
Judge,
Judge
Wapner.
Judy and they all
Yep.
of that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just me and truck cop running
You
that,
truck cop.
running
Yeah,
that
what
shit.
could go wrong
That'd be
there?
so awesome.
Yeah. Freaking people start getting like tased outside of
Yeah.
the court. Tase him. Mike, tase him.
Tase him.
Tase him, Mike.
Our new police chief Lambert, he's doing a really good job.
He's a
He
cool
is.
dude.
He's
by the
awesome.
way.
Yeah, he's
He's
done
great.
a lot of thinking outside the box, some stuff that Russ didn't do. He's applied for a lot of little grants to get equipment and
Yeah,
training.
cool.
New Jerseys, new outfits,
uniforms.
New unis,
Yep,
new
he had
unis.
a
New
little
unis.
patch he made up for Poland Village that
Yep.
goes on her sleeve. We just hired a new officer, a female. She's young, 24, 25.
Okay.
She's going to be our school resource
Oh,
officer
cool.
at the schools down here.
Awesome.
Nice.
Full time in the school. She'll be patrolling the halls.
Yeah.
Patrolling
Awesome.
the halls, not patrolling.
Is she from around here? Or?
I think she's from Austin Town, I want to say.
Cool.
But yeah, she's new. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, I've talked to him a bunch. He's a cool dude.
He is.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He cares a lot. You can
Yes.
tell he cares.
Yep.
We have to
kids
go
in the system, you know.
Yeah, we had his kid on.
He's
here.
a senior.
Yeah, he's so
Yeah.
freaking funny.
And his daughter's 2 or 3 years older than their son.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice family.
yeah, his wife watches our show all the
I
time.
think he was like in the DEA.
Yes.
wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He was like so. That's
he
why.
he worked for the village, but he worked downtown at DEA.
Yeah.
Really?
So he was working like the boys that I lived with knew him, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Okay, this dude that's coming, that's gonna replace
He's like legit.
this is legit." And they're like, "I wonder." They were talking about like, "I wonder what he's gonna do with his beard," because he said he was rocking like large goatees,
Yeah.
and like trying to blend in, so beards, facial hair,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. So like, what's he gonna do? And then they were calling. They're like, he is not gonna go for that old trooper outfit. He's gonna revamp their
Really?
uniforms. They called it from like.
Yeah,
Day one.
he's a good guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
And that's tough to come in and fill those shoes and
Yeah.
Oh,
and he actually is probably making less money than he was there before, which sort of stinks too.
Yeah.
But, you know, he likes being the chief.
And he wants to be close to home. I don't blame him.
Yeah,
Spend
I
time
mean,
with
he
his
probably
family.
works less and it's probably safer and
Yeah.
a bunch of perks. But the nice thing about the DEA that he did for us is every time he was involved in an arrest of some sort.
Yeah.
So say they did $1 million
Yeah.
drug
Money back.
seizure,
Did you guys get money for
we
that?
get money. So all our equipment's been paid
Really?
for. So people
Because of that.
all like that's why do you have a Tahoe and why do you have a truck? It's all paid for. Everything.
Wow.
Think,
police-wise.
think about you have a drug bust and they have cash on cash on cash. So
You get
take
to keep that?
cash,
we
give it back
percentage
to
of it. Yeah.
Poland.
So
Yeah.
if he was like 20% of the officer and it was
Yeah.
$1 million, we would get 200 grand.
Holy
Yeah.
And we never
Yeah.
got that much, but it was 10s, 20s.
I mean, it
You-
adds up.
so everything, police equipment.
So
police
do you have something
trucks.
else from him now, or is there anybody else that we don't have anybody?
We're trying to find someone to go back and replace him, but we haven't yet. But
I think you should go
which
be a
we need to
cop.
do.
Undercover cop.
Yeah,
You'd be a great undercover.
I would not
cop.
be a good undercover cop. I would squeal.
private dick.
Yeah. I would squeal so fast. So I wonder, like, if he was like undercover, and then all of a sudden he just like, well, going to see you guys later. And it's like,
Hey, I was a cop.
yeah, I'm gonna cop the whole time. See you guys on
I would
out.
love to get him on. He said he would come on our show if we got the township chief too.
And that's another good thing. There was always like when Russ and,
Yeah.
and Chief Gooden were there, they didn't get along for some crazy.
Yeah.
No, they didn't hate each other, but
Yeah,
there was never the cohesiveness that these two guys have now.
yeah, that's
and,
good.
And it's good to have a good relations with the
He-
township. And
Last time we talked to him, I was like, we had your son on. Like, you saw that.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
fine.
bad. It
you
would
should
be
have them
fun.
both on. I bet you
That
do.
would be so awesome.
I
I'd love
it
to
would be
talk to
cool.
him.
You know, and Russ didn't want to come on because during that time there was a lot of like anti-cop stuff, and I understood. I told Isaac,
Well,
"Dude, I get it."
even like truck cop, I know that term. Like when I was in high school, was really bad.
truck cop.
Yeah, they used to get after him on Twitter.
Oh, really?
But, and I think that's why, like when we first came, he was like nervous that I was saying that and didn't like that. But
No.
it's like, dude, I can.
He likes it. Now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he writes a lot of tickets, but he really is a good guy.
He's a great dude.
He's a hard
Great
worker.
guy.
He cares
Yeah.
about this town.
Yes.
I mean, he's a good guy. He's a great asset for us.
Yes.
Don't speed.
Yeah,
It's as simple as that.
I mean, I'll get like you said. What do you do as a mayor? A lot of times I'll get phone calls like, "Hey, Joe Smith called. And he wants to talk to you about a ticket he got." So I say, "What happened?" And I got pulled over, and the cop was an idiot, and he didn't treat me right. Blah blah blah. Then I'll call the police officer. So he was going 47 and 25, and he was real combative. And
Yeah, right.
There's two sides of every story.
If I ever got caught doing 47 to 25,
You would
I'd
expect
be like,
a ticket, wouldn't you?
I'd be like, just write me a ticket. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Just-
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
But no one's ever
deserve it.
wrong. And so it's
No,
the police's
no.
fault.
I would be mad if I was 5 miles or like under.
Yeah, like doing 29 out of 25.
I'd be pissed.
I'd probably be upset. I'd
How
be
mu-
like, come on, dude.
How many new officers do we have, Julie? It depends how far you go back. This lady we just hired is brand new.
Julie's trying to plan a
I'd say
new
in the
next
past
party.
2-3 years, there's probably 2 or
Who should
3.
I be expecting?
And we're working on some part-time people now. And that's the nice thing that Russ always did. He was heavy on part-time officers because you didn't have to pay them benefits,
right.
and they're more readily available. We're more full-time than part-time at this point, but Lambert's trying to change that.
Yeah.
Julie, who's Sideburns cop? Is it
Sideburns cop?
Sideburns cop. I don't know.
Sideburns
I
cop?
like it. Let's see if that sticks.
Which one's Sideburns cop? Is it
I've seen some younger.
Maybe Kevin Woolweaver, possibly.
I've seen some younger officers.
Oh, there's a bunch
Does
of
he
younger
drive
officers.
the black Tahoe? Julie?
Sideburns cop? Not
Who was the guy that was helping
big
us out here again?
big
when we had
Sideburns
the
in the
That
Village?
was Kevin Woolweaver. That could be him.
Kevin. He's
well, there were
awesome.
two, Woolweaver and then the
Woolweaver's awesome.
younger dark-haired guy.
Maybe it was the younger dark-haired guy. that drove behind him at
What's his
midnight.
name?
I think he drove behind him at midnight when I was hammered.
Yeah, what's his name? Oh crap. I think he works in the township and the village. Lou? No, not Officer Lou. Officer Lou's the school guy right now.
I don't know. It's dark. I know he has like a mustache.
Really young.
Really young.
I don't know.
Officer not young. I mean, he's got to be 30s.
But she said the Sideburns guy's really young.
Really young from Campbell.
From
Oh,
Campbell.
that
Camel is Chuck Butch, but he's not that young. There's a I know who you mean. He was working in the schools too. He works here part time. I can't think of his name. He was
White
probably
patrol
a
car.
year or
Patrol
two ago.
car.
What?
Big
What?
sideburns. Like mutton
Julie's
chops.
a fan of this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Julie.
Concerns anything,
Oh, here's a good
anything in
question.
Poland that particularly concerns the mayor, other than us.
Other than you know. That's my first reaction. No, I think it's like when you guys were at that breakfast that Hockenberry did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
that
by
Yeah,
the
that
way.
was good.
Food
And-
was
and when
good,
I
too.
spoke, I said, to me now, I mean, it's exciting to see because it seems like we're almost I use the word renaissance.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff's going on in the village now. You
Yep.
know, we were quiet for a while and just doing status quo, but I mean, I give a lot of credit to Anthony. That kid's insane.
He
Yeah.
is. He
His
is.
work ethic, and when he's gone, if and when he leaves, we're going to suffer a big loss.
Yeah,
What
no
year?
doubt.
What year would you say that all this like stuff, the Renaissance, we entered into this Renaissance period?
Probably when he started to come on.
What year was that?
He's been here 4 years, and this
But
is the start of his 5th
it's
year.
young blood again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's young
He
blood.
just has so much energy. It's like
Yeah.
he calls me like we'll have a meeting for 2
Yeah.
hours, and then after the meeting he'll call me and talk for a half hour. And he's like,
He wants to
he's-
do.
he's
yeah,
so
he wants
involved.
to
He's like-
do more stuff.
he's probably
and-
hyperactive. I'm sure he's got something.
Oh yeah.
But still, he's because most of the other ones, I mean, they'll do some stuff, but he's like on steroids. He just
Yeah.
He doesn't have any kids.
he doesn't have any. Yeah, that's
He's in college.
he's got
or
the
he's-
time. I mean,
Yeah.
medical school's tough
Yeah,
now. It's
right.
really getting
But-
hard.
But like, think about it. He is like you said, a young kid. He's getting married. He's
Yeah.
starting a family. He has
went
all
to
this
Poland.
life ahead of
Yep.
him, and he wants all these things in Poland so that he can raise his family here.
Yeah.
There's lots of fun
He'll want
things
to
to
stay here.
do.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
unless he
Oh,
gets
sure.
married.
Whereas
Yeah,
you
sure.
have other councilmen that are older, that are done with their lives and just want to have a happy life to themselves with nothing going on.
Just ride out.
Who do you want to be the
with
councilman?
$4,800 a year salary right out to the sun.
Right out into the sunset.
Retire comfortably.
Retired.
And it's like,
Yes.
I'm not even like, yes, you, but that like that's the outlook that it's Anthony's outlook. And if you're a younger person in Poland and you want to raise your family here, you want it to be like not fun, but like a great place to raise your family. You want new things. You want interesting people to move into our area. You want our area to be attractive. That's what you need.
And that's what we're focusing on, really. With
I
all this walking
love it.
trails and
Walking
stuff.
trails,
We're
good.
trying to make this and even the golf carts. I mean, let's talk about those. I mean, people.
I think that's kinda
I get
dumb.
so many comments from
gonna
people
lie.
about golf carts, and like everyone I see, don't do that. That's stupid. Why would you do that? And then someone said on Dan Rivers' show they were talking about golf carts.
Yeah.
Really, is it going to hurt anybody? I mean, there's going to be
How
10 or
many-
20 golf carts in the village.
Like I said,
It's not going to be 10,000 golf carts.
like Tim, you ever look at how much a golf cart costs?
Yeah, they're expensive.
They're freaking expensive.
Nice ones, 10 grand,
Yeah.
12 grand.
I don't know. Was it Julie Payne that said, "Hey, how about you give me somewhere to go first?
That was a good coach.
Like,
yeah.
Like, where am I gonna go?"
But the whole thought
Walgreens.
process behind it,
Yeah.
the whole process behind it. I mean, and granted, Anthony sort of was doing it. And He has a golf cart, but nonetheless,
Sorry.
I mean, it's something that differentiates ourselves from another town.
I
So
like that.
am I going to move to Boardman? Am I going to Poland? Well,
Yeah.
Poland has a pretty cool golf cart thing. That'd be fun for the kids to get a golf cart.
Something different.
It's not, it's not going to make or break us.
Would we be able to drive those carts around on those big paths?
I don't know. They probably have to be on the streets, but they have to be also street legal. So they have to have headlights. They have to have taillights.
Those are
turn
expensive.
signals.
Oh yeah.
It's not just a golf cart you get from the country club. And has nothing
Yeah,
to
like
ride
at
around.
Putin Bay, they had the turn signals and
I
the
think
lights
if
and
you
all
did
that.
that,
right?
and then like the problem is if you're on the north side with a golf cart, you're kind of stuck there because are you really going to
could
try
get all
and
the way down
drive?
to Massachusetts, and you can cross the main streets like 170, 224. You can't drive
Oh
on
my
them,
God.
but you can cross them to get to somewhere
You
else.
better get the lights.
That's what I'm
fixed
saying. Like
before
you're
you-
separated. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's the only issue I see. But I think that's definitely something attractive.
It's really not going to hurt anybody in the whole realm of things. What's different than a bicycle ride down the street than a golf cart? It's a little wider, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Are
just-
you allowed to? Are you allowed to ride now? And like, is there a rule that says no golf carts? Like, if it's all street legal,
I don't know.
that would be my question. Because if you have a street legal, that's why it's called street legal.
Yeah,
Can I go down
I
the?
think we have to have an ordinance to have it in that you're
Oh,
allowed.
okay.
I don't know that for sure.
See what I'm saying, Isaac? Right? Because if it's street legal,
That's the thing that's so confusing to me with like local governments is like, okay, if it is street legal and somebody wants to, what are they doing illegal? Well, then they take it to the local government only when there's an incident. If somebody calls them
the
on it,
issue,
and then it like creates something, and then it's, well, we got to write a law now.
but now that I'm thinking about it, the issue with golf carts are there's a like a slow moving vehicle. There's some kind of acronym for them.
okay.
So that's why there'd be the issue, probably because a normal car or something
You're gonna
that's street
freaking
legal.
cause a
I've
problem.
even seen razors that are street legal, but they go 70 miles an hour. A golf cart's
Yeah.
going to go 10 or 15.
Yeah,
So there has to be something written in for low.
my Razor's street legal. You're
I'm gonna-
driving
I'm
around.
gonna
We
get,
would
like-
get arrested.
Does it have turn signals and shit
Yeah,
on it?
yeah.
Headlights and
Yeah.
brake lights?
headlights, brake lights?
Wow.
I'm gonna get like $100,000.
Well, Corey Jones used to drive his. You know Corey Jones,
Yeah.
that big
Oh,
house
yeah.
garage out there? He
Yeah.
used to drive his everywhere. I haven't seen it for a while. 'Cause he has a new one now, but the
Yeah.
old one he drove all over the
Have
place.
you seen his?
That's
barn?
how about that? People think that's the school bus garage. That's his own.
Did
That's
you
his
see
own
that
garage.
by my house going down?
Corey's right
Corey
next to
Jones built the new
Dobbins.
house behind Dobbins
Oh yeah.
and the barn they're putting in
yeah,
there.
that thing's huge.
He said it's got a basketball court.
That's dope.
I'm
Mm.
like, man,
That's dope.
That's a big
all
garage.
right. I gotta go home. We gotta do some stuff tomorrow.
We're gonna figure out our stinking camera. I gotta take Dad to detail doctor and then go to lunch with you guys.
I don't know if we're having lunch or not because they never responded.
Okay, sounds good. I don't mind not going because I have all kinds of stuff to do.
Okay, well let's just skip that then.
And I've got allergies or sinuses or COVID. I don't know what it
Do you
is.
have COVID again?
God only knows, man.
If you have COVID again, that's 3 times. There's no way.
Yeah, it's like I think it's sinuses.
All right. Well, tell everybody who we're sponsored by.
Hi everyone. Thanks for watching. Sponsored by Valley Insurance, our neighbor upstairs, Mayor Tim.
Sitting right there.
He's just sitting right next
How's
to me.
insurance rates?
They're going up.
Like
Because-
everything.
Yeah, I mean homeowners especially because of supply chains and building costs.
Yeah.
Should I start estimating on my documents higher prices?
I would say homes are going to probably average 5 to 10% increase this
If
year.
mortgage rates keep going up
Mortgage rates are going
and
up.
houses don't start selling, we're gonna have to start like bootlegging.
You're gonna have to
liquor.
lower rent.
We're bootlegging liquor, make a meth lab down here. We're gonna have to figure out a way to supplement some
Yeah.
income.
What would we do? What would we do? I don't know.
Bar.
Yeah, we'll just have an under.
Can we get a liquor license?
underground nightclub?
Under club night.
Like a
Casino.
rave.
A
or something.
casino.
Wait. So if we wanted to, like, start
We can run a casino right
But
underneath the
if we
mayor's
wanted
office.
if we wanted to start like a bar in here because it's commercial, are we allowed to do that?
You have to have a liquor license.
Let's apply for.
Let's apply for it.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think he needs to work with us because he owns the actual property.
Where are you gonna put people in here? Like 10 people?
We could make a bar.
Like we just turn this sideways.
Yeah, it's a bar. What are you talking about?
You could invite people in and
Get
drink.
those guys out of here. We could open up that part.
We just knock the wall down, have a bar.
That could be where all the kegs are stored.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the hookers.
Or we do a brewery. We could do like we could make a brewery.
Yeah, some.
I don't know what it takes to do that.
We
But
use
we
Yellow Creek water. for the brewery.
Just- oh my gosh, we call it Yellow Creek.
Yellow Creek River water.
Oh,
Beer.
that's amazing. All right, go tell them our bits. We gotta get tired.
So your insurance, go through Mayor Tim. If you are looking to get finance your next home, think of the MLO Bros, Mortgage Loan Originator Brothers. We'll help you. We'll get you financed, refinance, whatever you need. Call us for all of your financing needs. We'd love to help you out. 330-921-8978 is my cell phone. NMLS number 1949316. So I don't get sued.
56254, right?
Luke, that's yours. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. We're doing 3 guys eating lunch. Maybe. I don't know.
If not, I'm ghost hunting tomorrow night.
If not, Luke's ghost hunting tomorrow night. Where are you going again?
Circle Antiques in Deerfield.
Deerfield,
I know that.
Michigan.
You know where that is?
Yeah.
Deerfield, Ohio.
Deerfield, Ohio.
Down that way, like where the big circle is.
Go to the Circle Restaurant, get the giant pancake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the Circle Restaurant.
Giant
Yeah.
pancakes.
So
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like one of them.
Yeah.
Like the size of a plate.
love
amazing.
pancakes. Are
You
serious?
guys should go eat there.
Where is this at?
Deerfield, right in the
Deerfield.
center.
you know, like what is it?
It's out 224
Yeah,
Which way? Towards
way
towards
out
Akron.
that
It's
way.
past
way
Berlin
down there.
Center. You keep going 224 and like 225, I think it is.
Yeah,
M-
way
is
out there. It's almost to Berlin. Is it past Berlin?
It's
Lake?
past Berlin.
Yeah. But it's the circle. We've been out there before. It's on. You're almost to West Branch, I think.
I want to go there just to get a giant pancake.
Dude, it's
They're
really good.
big.
Yeah, but
Really?
we're going to
You
this
probably
antique
can't
store.
eat 2 of them. I don't think it'd be tough.
Oh, I
Don't
mean-
shoot. Don't.
You don't. You can't handle the truth.
He has no idea how much.
Now I'm
food
gonna
we
go
do.
tomorrow and eat
All
2
right,
pancakes.
let's see it.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys all. Thanks, Mayor Tim, for coming. That was a fun one. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for
Bye.
watching.